Well, hello everybody. We've got another fantastic hour here at Hochanda. I am a massive fan of Stamp Addicts. I've got so much time for Sarah and Vicky. This is a Stamp Addict show with a difference because we are entering the Far East. We've got some beautiful, I mean really beautiful designs. Now I've got to point out with regard to the designs, so Stamp Addicts have been working with JudiKins. Now you might be aware of JudiKins, so a fantastic American company. Stamp Addicts have been working with JudiKins for 25 years. This is the first show where they're bringing you JudiKins designs, but you are getting the Stamp Addict stamp. So what they've done is, so it's the grey rubber stamps, good quality stamps that you know and expect and love from Stamp Addicts with the JudiKins designs. So they've got the license from JudiKins. They produce these stamps in the UK. They are quirky, original, and I think you're really going to like this hour. We've got a lot on the show, so we're going to start here. $12.99. These are Kokeshi dolls and pets. So with Kokeshi dolls, the way it works, Kokeshi dolls, they've been around for about 150 years. They're a Japanese doll. Traditionally, they don't have arms and legs. I mean, you can just see the illusion there. We've got the pets in here too, but instantly identifiable. This is setting the tone for the hour. But when you see the inspirations, and this is what I love about Stamp Addicts, because each one so original. Come on. Seriously, I think that's awesome. So you've got the cats staying safe. We have got this Willow coming up, a weeping willow. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. So there is, oh, I like the stay safe, social distancing, width of a willow. Or what about this? And this is, again, a particular passion of Sarah and Vicky. What they love to do is try and explore the use of their stamps in different ways, so using different techniques. I'm going to pause now because I think we do have Sarah on the phone. Sarah.
Hi, Yanis. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
On the show, we were talking about JudiKins. I think you'll obviously explain it so much better, but I know you've been working with JudiKins for, 25 years?
At least, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've been in business, I think, 29 years this year, and wow, we've known them most of that time. 29
years? So you guys started the business...
September's our birthday.
You guys started the business when you were 3?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Young entrepreneurs of the year.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, 29 years. Congratulations, by the way. And you see you have a close relation with JudiKins. I love the fact that we get in the JudiKins designs, but it's so nice that you're manufacturing those. So you've licensed the images and you've manufactured them here in the UK as well.
That's right, yes, because in America they still sell them on the wood.
Yeah.
Because it's still popular over there, but we know our customers, they
love
prefer
the
them to be cling mounted.
Yeah, brilliant. Looking forward to this. So I kind of described it, Sarah, this whole show, and I know we've got other goodies as well, but with regard to the stamps, we are kind of venturing to the Far East.
Yes, yeah, we are. We love the Far East. It's always one of our favourite kind of styles because it's just so versatile. There's,
with the stamps and the Kokeshi dolls, so I love the play with the actual animals because they really do have that cute Japanese feel to them.
Well, Judy of JudiKins, her parents are of Japanese descent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they were actually, her parents were born in Japan and went over to America when they were young or teenagers.
Well, that explains a lot with the style. Yes. These inspirations are so good. Going through all of them, I think they're all fantastic.
Yeah, the design team did a great job. We've got a huge variety of different ways of using them, and I see quite a bit of shrink in there as well.
I know you love your shrink. The pandas are amazing. I love the cat, the Kokeshi dolls, just everything about this, and it's different. I really do like. I really like this set, Sarah.
And it's fun as well.
Yeah, yeah, it is. You kind of tapped into something, but also. I'm going through, and at the moment I know there'll be a bit of a lag, so you might not be able to see this, but all the inspirations are so different. I'm going to show one, and this is using, you kind of got a gang of the Kokeshi dolls all together, but each one coloured differently to have their own little personalities. That is such a nice inspiration, and there's a panda nestled between them. Do you know the one I mean?
That I can see it now with the flower dots in the background as well.
Oh, now that
but
flower
what you can
dot's
do
lovely.
With the little girl with the bunches on her head, if you cut off the bunches, she has short hair, or she could be a boy.
Oh, that's a good shout. That is, you know what? Now I'm looking at it. If I just cover that up, Yeah. I love your eye. I think we...
More versatility.
These are incredible. I'm going to lift the next one up, and I know it will take you a while to see this, but you have to see it. Really do take my hat off to your design team. That, what I'm holding right now, it's a whole scene. It's a picture. You could put a frame around that, and it's saying family is precious.
Yes, that's one from Irene. She likes to make the big 8x8 cards.
Yeah.
And you can see the bottom flowers are actually the plum branches.
Oh, yes. That will be coming up in just a moment. This is another one I'm guessing from Irene. Look at that. I really like these. I love the whole thing. You did mention shrink. I will just show you a cheeky little bit of shrink. Now, there's shrink. Have you ever seen shrink with mini panda and kittens? Come on. Best shrink ever. Best shrink ever. I love it. I think you've really tapped into something special this show. I love you guys. You know I love you guys. So thank you so much. I know we've got lots of demos to look forward to. Is it going to be both of you guys? Is it going to be yourself and Vicky doing demos?
It is, yep. And there will be shrink in there as well.
Amazing. Sarah, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. Going to go down the counter. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you both in the studio soon.
Thank you.
Right, bye.
Bye.
Aww. This is a really, really nice set. And the more of the samples you see, the more you're going to fall in love with it. So this is your Kokeshi dolls with the panda and the pussycat, $12.99. Great price. Clear polymer. Let me turn that around. Sorry, not clear polymer at all. Grey rubber. I apologise. I misspoke. It's grey rubber, of course, cling mounted is what I wanted to say. So cling mounted grey rubber. Okay, let's move on. We've got more for you. Having a look here now, we've got the butterfly and the bamboo. So nice. So we saw that bamboo, how it could be used, and the butterfly is absolutely stunning as well. So you're getting both of these stamps for $16.19 as a freedom price. And when you start playing around, so you could shrink the butterfly if you want. And by shrink, obviously I'm talking shrink plastic, and that's only because I know that Sarah and Vicky absolutely love their shrink plastic. So how about that? Then we've got, I'm just going to whip through some of these examples because I know we've got to get through. So all the sets do play very nicely together. That's very nice. Or you can add this is nice, look at this. Adding the wings to the Kokeshi dolls. And I'll just show one using the bamboo. How about that? Okay, got to move on. So there is your bamboo and your butterfly. Grey rubber, foam mounted, exceptional quality. Just showing you that there. They really are very, very nice indeed. $17.99 your price, 754-3897 your item number. All made, and I've got to stress this, all the stamps, they are made in the UK as well by Stamp Addicts, so you know the quality. We've got to move on. We have got... This is a plum branches, which we just showed. So Irene demonstrating the plum branches. Actually, I've got some demos here I can show you. The plum branches, hard to say. The plum branches, really nice. And do you know what you could also do? By changing the colours, I know it says plum branch, but it could be cherry blossom if you wanted as well. Going through, it could be subtle. That's nice technique. That grouping the characters, the Kokeshi dolls together with the cat, how stunning is that? Or what about this? Ooh, I love that. This next one's going to blow you away. Wait for this. Now, come on. Isn't that stunning? It looks like a beautiful fabric. And I love, the cat's so endearing with the Kokeshi dolls. I'll show you one more. I know we have to move on. How about this? Look at that. Okay, so $9.99 is your price. If you want to get hold of the beautiful plum branches, you're going to put them on everything. So backgrounds, frames, make a feature out of it. 080095 your item number there. Now we have our weeping willow, which is such a beautiful tree in itself. And the weeping willow, seeing how effective when you put the weeping willow, and that's actually a really nice modern interpretation of the weeping willow, but we can go classic. Well, how about this? Now, we do have the art metal on the show. Look at that. Whoo-hoo, that is special. Or if you wanted to go a little bit more vintage, But isn't it a beautiful tree? Or how about, there you go, adding the tree into the mix. Want to explore some colour? There as well. It's just, you can see there is so much character to this willow tree. I like that. Okay, $9.99 your price. If you do want to get hold of the willow, grey rubber, foam mounted with all the stamps. That is just a staple that you're getting with Stamp Addicts. So really, really good quality. 234917, your item number. Now we have got our flower dots. This is another beautiful, beautiful stamp. So with the flower dots, I'm going to instantly whip this around to show you. Have a look at that. Only because I know, just with the packaging, when you stamp this out for your backgrounds, and I have to say, for $14.99, you're getting an awful lot of grey rubber for your money. Foam mounted there as well. So you can see that's already mounted for you. But when you start using it, and that is the real key, if I just put this back, have a look at some of the effects. So for instance, you could do something like this. It is such a delicate, interesting design. So if you wanted to have that as a background, or maybe you wanted to try something like that. Or how about, look, now we're starting to explore real traditional Japanese colours, and I love that. Is nice, and it is different. The team is saying to me, you know, it is something that is a little bit different. How about this? I'll show one more, and this is, there is a cutie warning coming up. Look at that. And that's really nice, just subtle, white in the background. Okay, so there are so many more inspirations that I'm going to be showing throughout the hour. Do stay tuned. But speaking of inspiration, we've got our first demonstration coming up in just a moment, and it's going to be with the willow. Take a look.
I'm going to show you a card using JudiKins Weeping Willow Tree. So I've popped it into my stamp folder, and I've pre-cut myself a piece of black vellum. And I've already punched the little holes for my brads for this one. I'm just going to clip that in and then just rub over the little anti-static bag because I'm embossing. There we go. Just rubbing my fingers might be a good idea as well so I don't get any extra bits.
Oh, you've got sticky fingers.
Probably, I usually do.
And that's not sticky from sweets?
No. So I've just got my clear, well it was clear, this ink pad, it's rather dirty now, but it's still a nice good clear ink pad. I'm going to fold over, give that a good press down. And then, because I popped it in the folder and there's lots of detail, I'm going to go over it again, make sure I've got plenty of ink on there.
Apparently they call them platforms. That's the name I can never remember.
Stamping platform.
As opposed to the hingy thing that I usually use.
Ah, I like hingy thing.
It's descriptive.
Yes, and we all kind of know what we mean. Oh, I think you can just about see the ink on there.
Yes.
Got it there in shot.
I can see it.
Okay, so we're ready for my embossing powder. Oh, if we can get it out. Come on. There we go. Let's put that aside and bring in the sticky stuff. This is another JudiKins product. So this, it looks white, and when we heat it and emboss, let's just give that a little tap. There you go, it's got the excess off. It's going to just turn clear as we heat. So on the black, it's quite easy to see. It'll just turn clear, and then you know it's all nice and sticky, ready to stick something on.
So why did you use a vellum and not a black card?
I like it's lightweight and easy to use. I like the effect. So you could use black card. I've used a lot of black card in the samples as well.
Oh, we're losing power.
Oh, I think we are. Oh, it's back again. And then got that little middle bit there. That looks all nice and embossed to me. Okay, so it's going to say sticky until something sticks to it, really. So there's no rush at the moment. So I'll pop that in my tray, and then I'm using the art metal sheets. Let's pull one of these in for you. Oh, there we go, look at this. So this is the oxidised red. Just going to place that down. There we go.
But we also have the oxidizing blue, which is good for winter and Christmas and, wow, just moody trees, I think.
They're both lovely, really, aren't they? So the best tool you need at the moment is your finger. Just gently rubbing to loosen off the excess at the edges and make sure it's all stuck down. Just burnish it on, as they call it.
So you're being gentle or a bit of firm pressure?
Oh, I'm pressing quite firmly just to make sure it is stuck. And it's, oh, just got a little tub. Let's bring that in so I can just pop in all those large pieces.
Don't sneeze.
Don't breathe near it, it all flies out. So we've got all those bits for the next project. So I'm just going to give it an extra little rub with my finger. See all the excess coming off around the edges.
So if you weren't using art metal, what else would you put on there?
Well, these turn to flakes, which you can obviously use. There's a lot of people who've got the flakes. Mica powders.
About glitter?
Glitter works, yeah. Glitter will stick as well, yeah. So to get into the fine detail, I've got a stiff little brush. Like a shaving brush, but stiff for this one. And if you just go in little circular motions, there we go, you can see the pattern is appearing. Those little bristles get in between the design and knock off any of the excess metal bits. Just working it round.
Pretty.
Turn that one around. There we go, rub to this side.
I hope you just didn't hear my stomach rumbling.
I didn't. There we go. I think I've got all the excess off there. And again, I can tip all those little tiny bits from the tray into my tub and save those for the next project. So I'm going to mount these up now. Oh, save that a little bit. There we go. So I've cut some copper card because we've got the red, the gold and copper all running through the card. I'm just going to pop the brads in the corner because it's vellum. The brads are always great to use so you don't see the glue.
Split pins,
Yeah.
to those that not sure what brads are. But you could probably use like the Joy micro dots behind the gold leafing areas.
Yes, you can use the fine dots behind the some of the areas, yeah, or disguise them. You can always... Oh, my holes aren't lining up now. I'll have to recut those. Oh, more fingers and thumbs now.
That's because they're such tiny little brads.
Feeling under pressure now. Now I need some... Oh, we're going to get this last one in. There we go. That works. I split those pins. There we go. And then just a little bit of glue. I've got my B in there. Make sure we open it. Oh, make sure I get it around the right way. And pop that on. We've got a bit more gold card and some more black layers there. There we go.
You want to move it around so we can see all the different...
light on those colours.
Beautiful.
I mean, that is a showstopper of a card. Thank you so much for that inspiration. That's why you want to have a look at that art metal. We're going to be showing you that in just a moment. I will be quick here. We are talking JudiKins designs with Stamp Addicts stamp quality. That was a lot of stamp in there. We're talking grey rubber, foam mounted, but the characters, because the stamps look great. Just going to show you here. But when you do start exploring them, so it's the cute factor as well. I'm a massive fan of, I'd love to go to Japan. So the Far East, it's one of my destinations on my bucket list. I really do want to go there. And this stamp set has captured that whole spirit and feel of Japan. So you can see, and this is using the willow tree as well. And that's just the willow tree in black. How effective is it? But look at the characters that you can bring to life. And Sarah did give us a great idea. If we cut off the buns there, then you can also make a little boy or another girl character too. Look at the detail in the kimono. You've got the panda, you're also getting the pussycat. Half the stock has gone of this option for $12.99. When you see the inspirations in front of me, I think this is an absolute must. Very quickly, I know we've got to move on, but with the size of the stamps, don't let that put you off, because this is, it's a large card, but you can see that the stamps do not look out of place there. Great size. $12.99 your price. It is proving to be a very popular option if you want to go for the Kokeshi dolls. 564774 your item number. Now, we're going to move on. If you don't hear me say it, it is a given. All the stamps that we're featuring this hour from Stamp Addicts, grey rubber, foam mounted. Such good quality as well. I will just whip this around and show you so that you can see the butterfly there, and just in the interest of fairness, oh sorry, it's turned around, there's the bamboo. But with these stamps, and like all stamps, you really need to see them in action to realize how good they are. The bamboo obviously is a perfect playmate with your cute little panda coming through, but this butterfly, look at the detail that you're getting with that butterfly. Stunning. $17.99 your price. Gets even better if you're a Freedom member. £16 and 19 pence. 754387 your item number. Going to move on. I say, Paola, you look lovely today. You also tune in for Paola's show. She's got a happy hour with our Saturday kitchen coming up, and it's going to be crafty kitchen. Might have said another one. Okay, on Saturday, wrong channel. So you do very well for yourself, Paola. You got up. Okay, just having a look here. So we've got more for you. This is your plum branches coming in, and I know that the design team have really liked the plum branches. Just want to show you with the plum branches. That is great effect, just with a white emboss. Or how about this? So it could be plum branches, but as I said before, I think depending on colorway, you can achieve very different feels to it. So like bluer tones. If you went for a softer peach tone, I think you could get a bit of a cherry blossom going on. Now look at that. So forget any tones, just go metallic. But how well does it work? I will show one more and then we'll move on. Look at this for an inspiration. That is phenomenal. Wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say. $9.99 is your price. 080095 your item number. $9.99. Grey rubber foam mounted. Beautiful. Right, we're going to move on. We have the Weeping Willow, which has been a very popular choice. Everything's been busy, but the Weeping Willow, seeing that in demonstration, a lot of people have fallen in love with it. And to illustrate the point, we're at 60% of the stock. Weeping Willow with a bit of a pop art vibe. How cool is this? Or how about creating the scene? That looks like such a beautiful traditional Japanese scene coming in. And the demonstration that we saw earlier on, this gives you an idea, sort of similar idea to the demonstration which you've seen using the art metal. So there's your Weeping Willow, £9 and 99 pence your price. 234917 your item number. Now we've got the flower dots for you. The designs are incredible. They're so original as well. The flower dots, I really like this. Just for your backgrounds, having a look. And it is a large stamp set. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do as soon as we're just there. So just to give you an idea, that is a large stamp. Grey rubber, slicking my hand into shot. But then when you see it used as a background, I mean, how beautiful is that? It's a really nice, delicate background. You can make it a little bit more prominent if you wish, so make it a bit more of a statement piece. That's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Or inject some colours into there, shine bright. Well, how about this? This one actually illustrates really nicely. Isn't that nice? One more, and I know we've got to move on. This is, I'm just trying to see, that is lovely. Look at this. Oh yeah, we like it. $14.99 your price for the most stunning background there. 468981 your item number. Now, we've got masking tape for you. So what I would say with your masking tape, think about what dies you have in your stash. you can then turn them into your own stencils effectively. We're already limited stock on this, $19.99 your price. So what it has is a very soft, gentle adhesive that you can reuse. You can mask off. So with your stamps, if you want to use it as a mask, obviously we can mask off, cut around for techniques, but also I would think about cutting it as well and trying to create your own stencils in the mix too. $19.99 your price, 888209 your item number. Very, very busy for this option. We've also got the sticky stuff embossing powder. Now, see it as a normal embossing powder, and are we getting both of these? Generous pots from JudiKins. So with the sticky stuff, see it as normal embossing powder, but once you have used it, you've turned it, it's very sticky. So then we can use our art metals. You can put your gilding flakes on top. You can put your glitters. You've got that tackiness, which means you can sprinkle your mediums on top. £15.98 your price, and you're getting both of those pots, so good sized pots as well. 417725 your item number. Now, speaking of art metal, we actually have the art metal. You are getting a pick and mix. I say pick and mix. You've got two options. You get to choose two, but you might want to double up on one of them if you wish, and that is the beauty of pick and mix. We're giving you that option. $13.98 is your price. 810314 your item number there, and you can just see at the bottom that's the colors coming through. Now you're getting blue or red, 5 sheets in each, so whichever you go for. So with your pick and mix, you'll be getting 10 sheets of gorgeous art metal there. 810314 your item number. Okay, very quickly, just going to show our 7-day savers. Having a look, we've got stamping paper going through here. 100, or card I should say, 125 sheets of stamping card. So it is 250 GSM, great weight, and just showing that I think this is using, so Hayley actually used the 1-day special sprays that you're getting with the 1-day special, and we will have another hour, the last hour is the sprays on the show with the 1-day special. This isn't a 1-day special, just in case I'm confusing anyone. So we've got the last final call hour at 4 o'clock today, but it shows how well the cardstock has taken those sprays. So yes, we can stamp on it, we can die cut it. $12.99 your price for 125 sheets, 250 GSM. You're getting an awful lot for your money there. 580149 your item number, but that deal will disappear at 8 o'clock tomorrow when we launch our brand new 7-day savers. Right, just want to show you the website. There is a lot on here going through, so having a look, you can shop by brand, just type in Stamp Addicts. We've got the amazing glaze coming through, 5-star reviews. You've got your twin cheese, which are always very popular. We've got the, look at all this shrink plastic. Oh yes, shrink plastic in the mix. Craft to impress, the stamping platform. So have a look at your leisure if you do have access to our website, or you can always jump onto the Hochanda app as well. We got another demonstration, and this is going to be having a look at that beautiful cloth butterfly.
This is the JudiKins cloth butterfly that I'm going to start with, and I've already put some sanded shrink, shiny side up, so the sanded side down inside my stamping platform. Now, I'm using StazOn. You can use any permanent ink pad. StazOn is the one that smells like almonds, but it's quite a dry ink pad, so we might need a few stampings with this one. So let's go gentle to start with, all over pressure, and check. Almost all there. I've got a tiny bit missing at the bottom, so let's add a touch more ink. Is all we need, I think. Oh, and a little bit at the top on the antenna. Mind you, I'm going to cut those off, so that doesn't matter. Okay, just the bottom bit. Really, we need. Lovely. You can see all of the tiny details in there. Let me pull that out. So this is on the shiny side, and the rough side is the one we're going to colour on. So let me move these out of the way, and I'm going to grab a piece of white paper so I can see what it is I'm colouring. Now this is one I stamped 10 minutes ago, so it's already dry. You could colour onto here with your alcohol pens, but I'm going to use some chalk pencils.
So the alcohol pens work on the back?
Yeah, not with the stays on. You want to always be on the opposite side to the stays on with alcohol.
And you're also using the pencils onto the back this time as well then?
It's because it's sanded on the back, it gives a nice key for the pencil, the chalky pencils to stick to.
So what's that you're using?
It's kind of like a sponge on a stick. It's called a star stick. We'll see if we can get some to bring later in the year. But it just blends. If you've got kind of those little eyeshadow sponges, you know, on the little stick.
Blend in the chalks.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to do some, I'll just do some little bits to give you an idea. And then we'll do some shrinking. Now, you don't need to go too crazy with the detail. And remember, the colours will also intensify as it shrinks. But you don't need to spend too much time shading because you're really not going to see it in that greater detail because it goes down to approximately 1/3 of its original size. So you can spend your time. Normally I do quite a few of these all in one go. Now I've got some I've already coloured and cut out ready. If I put it on the white, you can see the different. Now I have chopped off the antenna. You could leave them there, but chances are they're going to end up teeny tiny little wrapped up bits. So I have an anti-static bag. So that's on the rough side, and on the shiny side, on both of these, I'm just going to take my anti-static. This just helps prevent them sticking as they heat, because that's the bit I think that scares people the most. So let's take this out the way. Now I like to have a pair of scissors to hand, just in case it's going to run away. I'm just going to grab my heat gun. And now the best way to heat with your heat gun is directly from above. But if I do that, you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try and do it from the side, which is why I need my scissors to hold it in place.
Okay, you can always pop it in the oven.
Yeah, pop it in the oven. I think it takes about 7 minutes. So then you can put loads in all your butterflies.
Yeah, there's instructions in the packet anyway, isn't there, for that?
Yeah, and I chose the sanded because I wanted to colour with the pencils on the back. If you use the clear, you could colour with the alcohol pens as well, or the white. You like to use the brushables or any permanent pens.
Well, you know, you could sand one side of your clear shrink as well if you needed a key surface to colour.
Now the idea is to keep heating until it stops moving. And if you get any dimples, which I think I might have one dimple in the middle, flip it over. But be very careful because it is hot. Right, I'm used to handling these quite hot, and I want this to have a little shape. So I'm just gonna hold the wings just very gently.
Oh, do you know what I like to do? You can just lean it over, leave it to cool over a pencil, so it'll flop down to give it a bit of shape.
Yeah. So where the powder is, I can just rub that off. Now you can see all the colours coming through. So I'll do the other one, and then I'll show you what they look like on the white, so you'll be able to see better. Okay.
Did you powder that one?
I did. I powdered them at the same time.
Just checking.
I mean, if it does really curl up, and what I often do is I put the scissors inside the curl and then gently prise them apart, and that often helps to uncurl the plastic. So we're just trying to keep the heat gun out of the shot and not burn myself at the same time. Now we use the heat gun that looks like a hairdryer because it's not quite as fierce. But if your heat gun is one of the pointed ones and it has different settings, always use the lowest setting. Oh, now you can see I got a little dimple right in there. So let's see if I can flip it over. Now on the back you can see all the colouring, but not so much of the detail. And I think that one is also done. So again, just a few seconds. So we've got a little shape, because I don't need flat butterflies. Right, if I pop this back on my paper, you can see now the colours. Brush away all the powder. So if you can see all the colours that are coming through. And because it's the shiny side on top where the stamping is, it is nice and shiny, whereas the back is quite matte. Now I need something to lay these onto. So I'm going to move those out of the way. I've got a piece of white card and I'm going to use some plum branches. Now with this time I'm going to use a memento ink, so any dye-based ink, because I'm going to colour with some alcohol pens. So some inking, and kind of want them hanging down the page. So I'm working sideways at the minute. We want a few of these. So and in the set of the plum branches you get the two sizes, but also they're in opposite directions, so it's easier to fill a page, fill a card. So let's go in with the smaller one. So if you spin this round and coming down the side there. And then some more hanging. Ooh. A little bit there, and I think one more there. Right. Now turn these back round, finished with the paper. Now I've got some alcohol pens and I'm gonna add some touches of colour. You can't really see, I haven't got much of the branches, but there are little bits you can colour in. So we're just going over the stamped images. And what have I got here? I've got some kind of a lilac or a lavender. Obviously it's your blossom, it can be any colour. There's little bits.
Nice to see you've gone for a paler purple, lavender this time.
Yeah, as opposed to a deep purple that I would normally go for.
Yep.
Should see me last week, I had deep purple hair. Okay. Then I've got a more pinky, kind of a deeper colour, just to add some contrast in the middle and for the little buds. But one of our design team members, Irene, she does a lot of work with the alcohol markers, and she does something that we learned long ago but I'd forgotten all about, which is outlining. So outlining with a pale grey, which is something we always used to do, but as I said, sometimes you just forget these things,
we
don't
mostly
you?
did it with the characters to make them pop forward, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think with the water-based pens. So you see the difference that makes. Can you see that there? It just makes it pop just a little bit. So it's just roughly going around the edges. And here is one I completed earlier. As you can see, I edged all of them with the grey. Now we have, let's go back to our butterflies. Ooh. And joy dots. I love these sticky joy dots. They're teeny tiny micro dots, but they're super strong. and they work perfectly with the shrink. So just touch it on, position it down, and it stays there. I believe these are on the website. Let's pop that one there. And we're done.
Such a beautiful card. Thank you so much for sharing that demonstration. Just got to tell you very quickly, I'm afraid the Weeping Willow has sold out. I'm so sorry. The Weeping Willow has gone, but as one door closes, another window opens. We've managed to get it back on extended delivery. It's a week extended delivery, but for a stamp of this quality, and it's only because everything is made by Stamp Addict here in the UK. So the Weeping Willow back on extended delivery. You only have to wait for a week. Do not miss out, though. It is such a beautiful, beautiful stamp. Something else that's so popular, the Kokeshi dolls. So you're getting both the Kokeshi dolls and you're getting their companions, so the panda and the cat. Now, I've got to tell you, we are limited with our Kokeshi dolls. So green on screen, 10% of the stock remaining. I love this. If I had, and all the stamps work so well together, so if I was going to go for the Kokeshi dolls, I would be sorely tempted by all the other stamps on there. But if you were just to pick one, this would be the one for me. And what I know we've said this a few times, but if you just cut off the buns here, you can turn this character into, it could be a little girl with different hairstyle or a little boy. Look at the kimono, the detail of the kimonos, I should say, sorry, that you get in there. You've got the cute little panda in the mix as well. And don't forget the pussy cat too. But when you start putting the Kokeshi dolls with the Weeping Willow, the cat, it all starts coming together, and there's a panda by himself. So there we go. We are our limited stock with regard to our Kokeshi dolls. Do not miss out. Grey rubber, foam mounted. Now we have got one more demonstration to share with you. As we're watching the demonstration, if you want to catch up on anything, because we have got loads of stamps really celebrating the Far East, have a look on our website or use the app. Here's our next demo.
This card I'm going to show you is using the JudiKins cloth butterfly and their bamboo sprig. They come as a set. So for this I have some inches. So this I've cut the top corner, so I've still got the border connected here. So I've just got 4 by 4 of the squares. So I'm going to tuck this in the corner, and then, so obviously you can't put your magnets on top, but you can just push them all to the edge to stop it moving, so it's quite secure. Now I've left the edge just to give myself a little border, because it's very difficult to stamp right up into the edge. So I'm starting with my butterfly. So I've positioned that roughly where I want it. I might move that over a little bit. Move that a little bit in, I think. Or down a bit. Oh, decisions now. There we go. Yeah, I usually do it this way. I'm just going to place it down. There we go. That's where I want it. That's where it's staying now. It was a bit dirty, that's why. So there we go. So with my ink, I'm using a hybrid. It's my go-to pad, really. Hybrid works on pretty much everything, as long as your heat's set. There we go. Give that a good press. That one looks all good, so we can take that out. And then we've got the sprig. Now the sprig's, oh, mask, yes, I was just thinking, thank you, Sarah. So I have created a mask with the Eclipse tape. Obviously I've cut off the antennae because that's just way too difficult. So
and you've cut off the edges as well, the design.
Yeah, can you see as I placed it down, the mask is inside the stamped outline. That way we shouldn't get any shadows, a little gap in between the stamping. So I'm going to go right to the edge. See, that border just gives me a little bit more space. Cut the edge off. There we go. So I'll pick that up. Make sure that's all in place. For this one, I'm actually using a memento, just because I'm just going to highlight these sprigs with some alcohol. A little bit more ink on there. That's a nice one. Right, so I'm going to move it along this time. There we go. Just at the bottom here. could leave them quite faint if you wanted. You don't have to re-ink.
Or you can clean them in between if you've got more time.
Yeah. Lots of options really. So let's have a couple over this side.
You can turn it round, or they're all going to go the same direction?
Oh, I think it kind of, yeah, they're all blowing in the wind.
Fair enough.
I'm just going to put the bottom of the stalk behind the butterfly so it's not seen then. So you just see the sprigs at the top.
Sprouting out of his head.
Sprouting from behind. Behind. Remember when I take them.
Yes, when you take the mask off.
When I take the mask off, it's behind. That's the point of the mask. That's looking good. Now I just want a little bit at the bottom there. There we go. That's it. All done. So I can take this out. And let's take this mask off. There we go. Put that there for later because I do like to reuse those. When I've made a mask, I like to use it and use it and use it. I store them with the stamps so I don't need to keep making new ones. Just make sure this is all nice and dry. There we go. Hopefully that's nice and dry now. So actually, what I'm going to do is just pop this mask back on for a second. Oh, so I'm reusing it already. And I've got, here we go, my tumbled glass. I think I'm going to take my border off at this point. So I did the job in the stamp folder, or platform as they're called. There we go. So now I can just work on this. You can keep this because you can always use it in your folder with loose squares for next time. So I'm just going to sponge on.
Got some tumbled glass.
Yeah. So it's not too white in the background.
Will you have to dry that before you go in with the alcohol pen?
I think I actually did the alcohol pen first last time. So I think maybe it's a good idea if I do just give it a dry. I've just done a section of it, so.
Yeah, because the oxides are quite wet, aren't they?
They are. They do take quite a while to dry. I'll take this mask off again. There we go. So, alcohol pen. Just test this one out. So I'm just going to go over the leaves. So just across the stalks.
It does make them pop, doesn't it?
It does. So you've got the black outline and the colour. So you don't have to. So you could stamp them in green if you wanted. Just thought they're a bit more prominent for this project, being in black with the green. Oh, is that the antennae? So you don't need to be too careful doing this. Quite nice. Just roughly. You can even add some extra bits if you want to. It's the colouring bit now. I think my tongue's hanging out.
But because the inches have got a paper base to them or paper top to them, it's easy to colour with all different things.
It is. There's quite a slightly shiny surface, so things do go on there really nicely. So that's, if I just colour the top section, you can see. So it's most of the bamboo at the top.
Imagine if you were to cover this with amazing glaze.
Oh
That
yeah,
would
it'd be
look
lovely and shiny then. Yeah, but you have to do them individually.
Yeah, not
So
today.
it would take a little while to do that. So it's colouring the butterfly. So I'm just going to go with, I've chosen a really pale blue for the base colour here. Just going to colour it all roughly.
I mean, this is the perfect stamp for layering, for decoupage.
Oh, it is. Lots and lots of samples that we've made. Of
Yeah, the design team have
butterflies
been
layered.
They've done so many this time.
And even we've been using the wings for the characters to make them into sort of butterfly characters.
Oh yes, with the Kokeshi dolls.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just adding some colour to the different panels. Let's just do some of these in the darker colour.
So this you could colour with any pens, couldn't you?
Yes, yeah, as long as you're using the right ink. I did this one in the hybrid, so yeah, you could use anything really for this one. We got here the lilac that's going with the pink on the middle section. Get the base colour down and then fill in the little areas. Go, oh, do the little spots. You could go bright, really bright, or very pastel with these. Really up to you.
You could use lots of glitter.
Well, I might at the end put glitter on my butterfly. Let's do this bottom one. Some purpley flowers on there. Highlight these flowers. So these are pigment pens, so they dry pretty quick and don't move after that, but as we said, you could use any that you like. And do the body, the nice purple as well. So you can carry on finishing your butterfly. Once you've finished the whole panel, then you need to separate your pieces. Once you've got those all separated, then you can mount them up. Now I've mounted mine here onto a black card, leaving a little gap in between. And then I've added a couple of the little characters.
Should I just clean this for you so
Are you
you
worried
don't
I'm
get it
gonna...
all over your card? Yeah.
You know I will, don't you? Be like, oops, on the back, lots of ink. So yeah, just once you've finished, spread them all out, stick them down. I did add some glitter. Just remove it so you can see.
Ooh, sparkles.
Yay.
And Kokeshi, China doll.
China doll.
And panda.
And little panda there.
Aww.
Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you so much. Great videos. I really did enjoy that. So big thank you to Sarah and Vicky. Just having a look here at the last demonstration that you've seen, how beautiful is that. So using the bamboo, the wonderful butterfly, then the Kokeshi doll, and the panda. Really nice inspiration. I have to say, as a presenter, I've really enjoyed this show. The designs are stunning. So anyone who has just tuned in, this is one show I'd thoroughly suggest do catch up with it on Rewind. You can do it on our website, hochanda.com, or you can download, if you have a tablet or a smartphone, download the Hochanda app. It is the easiest way to watch us. Got to tell you, the Kokeshi doll. So we sold out the Weeping Willow, back on extended delivery. The Kokeshi dolls, which you're seeing here, they have sold out as well, but they are back on extended delivery. And let's have a look at the few. I'm going to show you these again. Look at these. Kokeshi dolls are stunning. So you've got so many characters to play around with. You've got the two Kokeshi dolls, which you can change. You've got the cat, and you also have the panda in the mix as well. I'll just show you the panda. So you can go very traditional, or I like this, so different tones. And remember, we say if you do cut off the bunches, then you could have a little boy there as well. I just love this one. I'm going to show this again because I think that is a beautiful. Using the background stamp that we had featured, the pandas in the mix there as well. Change the colours of the clothing, so the kimonos. It looks like you have 6 different characters. Thank you so much to Sarah and Vicky. Say all the stamps, and it's worth having a look at on our website, shop by brand, but for the show, all the designs. So Stamp Addicts have been working with JudiKins, fantastic American company, for over 25 years. But on the show today, you've got licensed JudiKin designs, but they've been produced by Stamp Addicts. So grey rubber, foam mounted. Do not miss out on our Weeping Willow as well. The Weeping Willow has been very popular, and it is bottom of your screen. That Weeping Willow is stunning. Really nice hour, and this is what Hochanda is all about. We want to bring you something that's different, but ultimately will put a huge smile on your face. Thank you for your company.